It's that way. What's good, man? I know y'all young nigga ain't see me in a minute, bro. Y'all see the title? Y'all see the thumbnail? It's Fortnite time, bro. Y'all seen the Power Ranger shit just drop? Hold on, let me get a bit close. Y'all seen the Power Ranger shit just drop? It's busting. It's Fortnite season, twin. So without further ado, finna get into this shit.
Game's art style makes it definable when compared to other games. But why would a leading game completely alter its art style when it was the central key to their success?
You gonna try not to do too many pauses this time. But OGs know, for OG Fortnite, you ain't have to turn up no colorblind filters or nothing to have good filters on Fortnite. That shit was natural to me.
My place be way in the driveway, pocket in the driveway.
Cuban like my chain, going to a high stage. She gon' come to my place, do whatever I say.
I hope this ain't copyright.
There's something about Fortnite's simplistic yet very detailed art style that makes it so much different from modern day Fortnite and even other games. Every time I see a lobby screen or old gameplay, I get the chills. Most people would say it's nostalgia based, but I think it's the
Okay, both. I'm gonna let this play a little bit more, but nostalgia and simplicity. Back then, folk, they didn't have like flying jetpacks and cars and like that shit didn't start coming in season 8 and shit. Like season 7, 8, like that shit didn't start coming in later on. Like season 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like
and the true craft that Epic Games put into making not only Fortnite Battle Royale, but Save the World. A good comparison of Fortnite's
nigga, I seen a nigga shoot a gun and he teleported where he shot the bullet at. How the fuck you do that? That's some Men in Black shit, twin.
old art, I would think would be like an old TV show. I like to compare it a lot to SpongeBob. Whenever it was about 2008, even 2009, there was something about having a lot of detail in a show, but it being so simplistic made it a lot better. It seems like now everything is chaotic.
And it's like so scattered. It's so much. I don't even know what's. Well, I do now because they got a category called by Epic or made by Epic or some shit. You can see everything that Epic created. But before they had that section, folk, I didn't know what was real or what was creative. What was like a nigga who created it in it, like I ain't know.
Everything is meant to draw your attention so much more, but in the end, whenever something draws your attention too much and it feels addicting, it doesn't feel as special. Like with Fortnite, they've switched a lot more to the creative aspect, allowing other developers to make maps so that they can take most of the workload off of themselves. The biggest problem with these creative maps though is that there's just so many, and all of the creative maps have non-stop action for the most part, leading the simplicity of the game to almost vanish. Most of Chapter 1 Fortnite's art style was originated from Save the World, a survival zombie game where you had to build forts, kill zombies, and just survive. But the team that developed Save the World was given a unique development style that created the classic art style, not just with the sky, the grass, or even the textures around. It was mostly with the models. They were set to make everything
It's like the yeah, that too, but like it was like the tree. Well, that can be because this is all like I would guess like trees and walls and shit. Like, you know. So yeah, like the tree right here, you could tell this is a tree. You could tell this is a tree.
Perfect, creating wonky and curved buildings, along with imperfect TVs, doors, and weapon models. This helped both Battle Royale and Save the World a lot, specifically due to the fact that no other game has really done this before. Imperfections make a game feel authentic, leading the player to feel a better connection in the game, which I believe definitely led to a lot of nostalgia. But obviously, this imperfect art style wasn't just
this is really OG. I don't expect nobody to be like chat. This is like game testing. This is when Fortnite was in beta. A lot of people don't even know that shit existed. This is when Fortnite was in beta, bro. when they had the zap traps and all that shit.
Only thing that led Chapter 1 Fortnite to have one of the best art styles. It was mostly the oversaturated sky, the mountains in the distance. Everything combined together imperfectly perfect. The goofy weapons that they would add, along with the utility that they would give you, made the game have a certain style that was recognizable compared to any other game. I could sit here for hours and hours and talk about just how perfect the art style truly was, but in all reality, it does no good. Epic Games saw such a large success in Battle Royale, intended to want to innovate, just like how any other game would want. If they wanted to capitalize and be on top, they would have to compete with...
I'm not gonna lie, they ran that shit for a minute though, chat. Like, you gotta think about it. Boom, Battle Royale went good. It started popping season 3. Battle Pass went crazy. Season 4, even better. Season 5, even better. Season 6, even better. Now, when the dip came, it's like when other games start coming out and Fortnite didn't really, they wasn't doing season 2 and 3 and 4 shit no more. Like, they knew like they already had the audience. Now they just gotta put something that we gonna at least fuck with a little bit out, and then they gonna keep doing that shit over and over and over again.
Every other game, and the only way was to innovate. But when does innovation come too far and completely divert the game into something different?
Now this is when shit changed a lot. I ain't gonna lie. Chapter 2, really before Chapter 2, like at the end of season 6, like I said, chat, at the end of season 6, a lot of shit changed.
Fortnite Chapter 2 was one of the biggest turning points for the game that we've ever seen. There were new additions like fishing, swimming, a brand new map, weapon upgrades, and so much more. But one of the biggest changes that were looked over the most was the art style and visuals. Epic Games had completely changed all of the original visuals that they had, weapon models, the UI, the fonts, and the list keeps going on and on. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that this change was bad. It's something fresh that Fortnite needed because we had the same art style, weapon models, weapons, and map for over 2 years. Also, Fortnite's interest started to decline at such a rapid rate that they needed something to boost their player count. Interest started...
This is good, bro. This is what a regular game would do. Right here. Fortnite was able to keep like a boom. They start here. Like they was able to stay above that line for so long. You see?
To decline at such a rapid rate that they needed something to boost their player count and also their sales. But all in all, Fortnite was heading towards something and preparing for events that would completely change their game forever.
Yeah. Chat. I know I said I'm gonna stop pausing. This right here is like when Fortnite started doing like collabs with real people in real life. That's what brought the attention back to Fortnite. They like, wait, we could get a Travis Scott, I could get a Juice WRLD, I could get a, you know, I could get a Snoop Dogg or Bruno Mars skin, whatever it is. I could get a real person skin, an Ice Spice skin.
James Worthy, I've been up going away up, thinking about it all day. Fuck, open up, baby. You know that I'm going right now. 100 bottles.
Travis Scott's live event in 2020 held over 12 million concurrent players, setting a new all-time record for Fortnite Battle Royale. It was one of the best weeks in Fortnite's history, and it truly showed the possibility for gaming and for Fortnite. But there's just one problem. If Epic Games could only get this high of a player count with collaborations, would they still be able to keep their original style while still being able to innovate, or would they have to completely alter their overall style to fit the real...
Hey, I was scammer get scammed. I was a scammer get scammed demon. I had hella 130 Nocturnal and Grave Diggers, nigga. Stop playing.
Of the collabs. Epic Games saw such a massive success in all of the collaborations that they were including into the game.
Niggas don't know about this.
They decided to dedicate a season with a focus on a Marvel superhero themed storyline called Nexus War. It was the first time where we really received guns in game, a whole new battle. Nexus War.
He just skipped the whole time frame. You skip right to the superheroes. A lot of shit happened, but alright.
It was the first time where we really received guns in game, a whole new battle pass, and a lot of different items that really was focused more towards external characters from the game. It was really a cool concept.
This one of the last seasons
Chapter
I played,
2
like
Season 4, in my opinion, was one of the greatest seasons that we've ever received in Fortnite. And overall, the season just did amazing for Fortnite. Since the season did so well, and they realized that they could do much more collaborations rather than just making original items, Fortnite had a huge mindset switch with the way that they handled seasons and chapters. We started to see more integrations of collaborations like Rick and Morty in Chapter 2 Season 7, which tied a lot with the alien theme. Spider-Man came in Chapter 3 Season 1, where he was given his own mythic, but Epic Games wasn't getting fully into collabs until Chapter 5. Now, the biggest thing about Chapter 5 is that Epic Games switched from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5. Now, you might be asking, how does this tie into the art style of Fortnite at all? Well, what a lot of people noticed during Fortnite Chapter 5 in the beginning is that it was much more realistic. And the biggest thing with Chapter 5 as well is that they leaned so much more away from the cartoonish style and focused more on the realism to bring in more collaborations. That being soccer players, football players, movies, basically anything you can think of, Epic Games wanted to be able to capitalize on and bring more into the game, which makes a lot of sense. But whenever you focus more on the unoriginality and drive more towards what your game's core styles were, a lot of the community will split either by staying and actually enjoying it or leaving and finding other games, creating a whole new player base, and in my opinion, a whole new game. And I've seen a lot of art style videos talking about multiple other games, but I think one of the biggest switches in art style has to be from Fortnite, solely because they grew at such a fast pace and took over the world so much quicker than any other game. I think that's the biggest reason why they switched their art style. The collaborations, the rapid advancement, and so many other factors leading to it. The Epic Games felt stuck and feel like they needed to grow. And
chat, they did all of that while being a free game. There's no reason that 2K26 is about to be $100 fucking. GG's, chat. GG's.